Hey man, Myra sent me this about Bernie from Buzz Team saying that Fundora is gonna knock Terence Crawford out. Now, like I said before, man, I said that all the chips is, it don't mean it's gonna happen. Earl can turn into a motherfucking beast and get the dub for sure. Fundora isn't destructible, but I also said I thought him and Crawford might be a 50-50 fight. All right. I might slightly favor Terence Crawford, but this ain't about that. I've already talked about that in the past. People say you're crazy, CJ. You're insane. I mean, I just got my point of view. I mean, I told you guys that um that Usyk was gonna be Fury from the beginning. I told y'all that Joseph Parker was going to beat Zhang. I mean, the and Deontay Wilder. So this ain't really no this really ain't no, hard predictions. When I sit down and I really watch these guys, a lot of times I know exactly what's about to happen. Okay. Um, but sometimes I just don't have an interest to break down the fights like I used to. Because a lot of these fights ain't really they really ain't popping like they used to, you feel me? But at the end of the day, man, I said this first. Crawford coach predicts Fundora will stop Spence in October. I said that. And people say, you crazy. And styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? And then when you talking about the brother coming off a year layoff, a new coach, once you start to factor those things in, um, yeah, and then you start talking about the technical side of things where he can't get his head off the line. People say, what you mean when you can't, he don't move his head off the line. He got too many defensive deficiencies. I've already pointed these out before the Crawford fight. I pointed it out. I said, well, this brother square up when he throws his left hand, he load up. You know what I'm saying? When he throw punches, his weight too over his front foot too much. So he never on balance. He not on balance like he should be. When he on the inside, he leaned over and his defense is very holy on the inside. And I said all these things, and all these things came to pass in the Crawford fight. Y'all remember that? When he threw that punch and Crawford rolled it or caught it in return fire, that's what Danny Garcia was trying to do. He just couldn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't pull the trigger, man. So, it's fine. Fundora should, really win this fight coming over. Errol Spence is going to be stronger. Errol Spence been at 54 before. Y'all do know that. And he didn't look too hot or looking strong, and that's look too good. So he squoze down to 47. He squoze down to 47. So, like I said before, Fundora going to be strong too. He's the natural 154 pounder. He's been competing at that weight class. He gonna be strong too. Shit. But then again, people got their opinions. They just it's a favorite fighter. Then if Fundora do what we predicting he gonna do, then you know what's gonna happen. We know Errol Spence was old. He wasn't the same after the car crash. And man, look here, man. Nobody tell him go out there and try to be gangster. Ain't nobody tell him go out there and try to be big gangster. Nobody told him to go out there and mix it up with the streets. These niggas, they come from 2-parent households and good households and all that. They want to be gangsters so bad, bro. I've seen them niggas my whole life. Just sit down somewhere. Slap boxing in the street with the gangsters and the hood niggas. Man, I want to be with them ignorant ass niggas, man. Ain't nothing cool about that shit. Getting stamped by the hood. The hood don't spend no money. The main nigga streaming your fight. The main ninja streaming your fight. But Terence Crawford coach Bernie Boxer Davies predicts WC Junior Middleweight Champion Sebastian fight will stop Errol Spence and send him into retirement when they fight in October. Let's just see the quote. On Fight Hype, this interview, he said, I think they're smart by staying away from Bud Crawford, said Bernie the Boxer to Fight Hype about Sebastian Fundora reportedly planning to vacate the WBO middleweight title fight against the Errol Spence fight in October. He says, I got Fundora. I don't see Errol Spence being dominant at junior middleweight. He's not. He got good name value. I don't think he hits hard as Tim Tszyu. I'm picking Fundora in that fight. I don't think he's got the one-punch KO power, so I don't see him dominating these guys. He said, I can see the Tower Inferno loading up on him and hitting him with the kitchen sink and maybe a little sympathy. Said Bernie, I don't have no sympathy for ninjas. Trust me, Mexicans. He said, especially in the boxer ring, Bernie would ask about his thoughts on Spence saying on the X that he might be his last fight for the fans. And when you start thinking like that, he said that. I didn't say that. I didn't make that up. Bernie didn't make that up. When they start going in there talking about, oh, it might be my last fight, man, these ninjas know he probably forced to take this fight. It might bring the best up out of him. People was helping it to bring the best out of Deontay Wilder. All it did was send old yellow packing. That's all it did. When you start speaking that shit into existence, like retirement and all that type stuff, it's over with. Holding on. It's hard when the love is gone, and that's all right. Shout out to LTD. It love together devotion. Jeffrey Osborne don't get his flowers. You know, where did we go wrong? You went wrong by fighting Bud, my ninja. That's where you went wrong. That's where you went wrong. Home slice, home skillet. That's exactly where that ninja went wrong. That's exactly where you went wrong. He right, man. Styles make fights. Out the ring a long time. Don't got a coach. Did Derrick James. Diggity, dirty. Goes around, comes around like a hula hoop. 2 Chainz. Lil Wayne said that. People don't remember the BET Cypher. He said that before Lil Wayne on the BET Cypher. I ain't saying he the first ninja to say it. You know, I ain't saying he the first to say it. But you know, like I continue to say, man, you know, like I continue to say, man, Styles make fights, and him not ability not to move his head off that line. That this is the perfect matchup for Spence-Fundora. Trust and believe me, him not being able to get that head off the line, pause, this perfect matchup. He said, I think he still has got more to give. I don't know how dominant he'll be, but I think he has a lot more to give, Bernie said, but he already accomplished a lot. If he chooses to retire, that's on him. He's probably going to retire if Fundora beats his ass. Fundora is going to beat his ass. He said, I don't see him beating Fundora. You got Crawford around. Might as well quit. I might as well go somewhere. I might as well retire, said Bernie. And, you know, that might be his mindset, but that's usually not a Warrior's mindset, at least publicly. And, you know, if you ever been an athlete or you ever competed at something, yes, you have doubts. Yes, we all have doubts. You know, yes, we all have doubts, you know. Yep, we all got doubts. You know, we all got doubts. We all got doubts. So, you know, we all thinking like, oh man, you know, and that's what drives a lot of people. Believe it or not, fear is what drives a lot of people. You know, you know, you know, that drives a lot of people. That's what motivates a lot of people. You know, that's what drives a lot of people. You know, that's what drives a lot of people is fear. So the fearful of retirement, the pressure of that might be low key. That might be a good thing for him. That might be a good thing for him. Believe it or not, it might be a good thing. But I got to agree with Bernie on this one. I got Fundora. I said it before anybody was saying it. You know, it's just Styles make fights. His position that he in. It's just to the point where he in the position where you know, he's talking about retirement, coming off a long layoff. Seemed like he might be forced into this fight, in my opinion. Well, I don't believe in tune-ups. Well, shit, you should have took one or a couple, but they don't have the dates. Al Heyman railroaded this young man's career, and that's exactly what happened. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what happened. So, you know, hopefully he figure it out, and you know, hopefully they put this thing together, and um, you know, But for the most part, what he did to Derrick James, all the years of bullshitting and lying to the fans about fighting Errol Spence. Sometimes he told the truth. He said, I'm going the easy route. Y'all ain't believe all the deception. Hey, it is what it is. You know, so, you sell yourself, you sell that bullshit. You got to cash that check at one point. That ass got to cash that check. So we mess around and see what happens. He very well can win this fight. But going against a bigger opponent, usually when you moving up in weight or going back up in weight, you got to be more skilled. You got to be more saucy. You got to do something different. What he gonna do different? Too many defensive holes. You just can't strap your nuts on and put your chin down and run through bigger guys. Pause. That ain't how that work. That ain't how that work. So, my opinion. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.